Hey friends, I'm Leslie Tucker, better known as a Reseller's Passion, and this is my first video that I've done since being away for like a long hiatus. I took about a month off from making videos. I have other things that I've been working on. I'm writing a couple ebooks. I've been very active on Clubhouse. I've been holding rooms every day, teaching specifics like Instagram and YouTube and podcasting. So that's brought new people into my community. And so this particular video is not going to be edited. I'm going to go straight through. If you see bloopers or anything like that, oh well, because this is going to be the first video that I put up. I want it to be natural and I want it to be me, especially if it's new people to my community. I want them to see me as myself. I don't like editing videos. If you are in my community, you know that I don't have a problem with bloopers. Like my neighbor was just mowing the lawn. So if you hear the lawnmower going, forgive me. This is like definitely me just trying to get back into the swing of things. So this video is going to be a Q&A segment. I put a poll out in a questionnaire in my Instagram community. If you're a part of that community, yay. And if you're just here on YouTube, please go and become a part of my community on Instagram, A Reseller's Passion. And I asked them to send me questions for my first video back. So here we go. I'm going to be looking down, reading from my iPad, and just bear with me. And I'm just going to go straight through. So the first question is from A Secret Closet. Hey, A Secret Closet, what is your favorite thing about the reseller community? My favorite thing about the reseller community is that it's community based. There are good things and there are bad things, but I only see and try to involve myself in the good things for the people who are helping, for the people who reach out to me, for the people who are transparent, for the people who are willing to grow, and for people who are taking that one platform and then growing onto other platforms, for people who have turned their hobby into a part-time business, maybe a full-time business, or just a business, or even just a side hustle, for the people who are really pushing to pay off debt, pay off student loans, to go on vacations, to pay for a wedding, for people who have a specific why and they go after it, for people who are not afraid of to step out of their community zone, comfort zone. So that's what I love about the community. I love just about everything, even the bad. You can learn from that and figure out who you are as an individual, what you're going to receive and what you're not going to receive. So thank you, A Secret Closet, for that question. The next question is from my good friend, actually one of my best friends, Wendy, and she is Salt Creek Style, so definitely follow her on Instagram. What is your next new business venture? That's Wendy's question. She is the person who's always challenging me, and before I even start a business or want to jump into anything else, I do ask her for her advice. She's close to my age and we're like-minded, so when I start struggling, I do reach out to Wendy, who is Salt Creek Style, and she wants to know what is my new business venture. Some of that is like, I'm not putting it out there yet, but I am currently working on 2 ebooks. They are not reseller specific at all. They're Instagram and some other things that I'm working on. And my big venture is that I'm going to be pivoting and focusing mostly on vintage items. I have items coming in every single day. I've created a new page, a new Facebook group, and a new Facebook page, so a new Instagram page. So I would love it if you would follow me over on my pages. It's called Found Like This. It is currently the name of my existing Etsy store and my new eBay store, but I'm going to be doing live ventures. I'm going to be modeling, and I would love it for you to come over there so that community can grow, because I'm going to be selling items. I'm going to be showing up. I've been doing a lot of reels so far. So Found Like This. So that's my biggest venture that I'm working on. The other hello, and it's Lily0283, Lily0283, and her question is, did you register yourself as a business when you started reselling? Before I started reselling, I had a business and that was registered. I had a crochet design business, and that was Surprise Designer. So when I got serious about reselling, yes, I registered with the state of Delaware under a Reseller's Passion. I am still a licensed business owner, and I'm going to be moving soon. So eventually I'm going to actually turn myself into an LLC. I've just been waiting. Why pay the money, right? So yes, I did register as a business. I don't have a wholesale license or what they call a reseller license, but I have a business license that allows me to actually purchase and run my business accordingly. So yes, I file taxes and I do all the legal things that I need to do. So thank you, Lily0283, for your question. The next question is from Sonora Closet. Sonora Closet. And her question is, what is your best selling category? And as I indicated, my best selling category is my new venture, and it is vintage. My vintage Etsy store, Found Like This, started it off for me, and it has been going incredible. Then I started cross-listing some items onto eBay, and that took off. So that helped me decide, yes, I want to start selling 100% vintage. I'll probably stay with shoes and vintage, and then move out all of my other inventory. So Sonora Closet, thank you so much for your question. Sonora Closet asked me a second question. How many active listings do you maintain in my Poshmark closet? I maintain around 350 active listings, but I'm actually going to be scaling down and getting rid of items that I no longer want to sell. And that is like fast fashion, new with tags. I'm going to only be focusing on shoes and a few vintage and men's items over there. But I currently am sitting at 350. And to expand upon that, about a year ago, I had about 1,200 items, and it was just too much. So I bagged a lot of that stuff and sent it to ThreadUp, and I made some money with that and reinvested it back into like rescue boxes and things like that. But I don't think that you have to have a lot of items in your closet. 1,200 items just sitting there, they're not selling. So the goal is to move items. So I decided, I took a long, hard look at my business, and I also factored in the fact that with Poshmark, you have to share and follow and do things like that. And in order for me to be active without feeling overwhelmed and wanting to, and thinking that I needed to hire someone, I scaled back from 1,200, and I currently teeter between 350 and 385. So thank you, Sonora's Closet, for your two questions. Thrift and Lindsay, hey girl, hey. Her question is, where is your favorite place to source and bulk wholesale, like Jomar, ThreadUp, etc.? Well, speaking of that, it would be Jomar 100%. I am a Jomar affiliate, but aside from being affiliate, Jomar was a family-run franchise store. They had about 6 to 8 stores. They started in 1968 in my city of Philadelphia. So growing up, my mother shopped there. As a young adult, I shopped there. As an older adult, I shopped there. And when I became a mother, I used to take my children and we would shop there. So similar to the things that they're selling wholesale, but now they have bigger wholesale. And I've even been to the wholesale warehouse because I'm from Philly and I only live about 45 minutes away. So Jomar is my favorite place to source. For wholesale, I do like ThreadUp. I love their rescue boxes that help me start my tie-dye business and bleaching business because I get their DIY rescue boxes. I've gotten denim boxes. I've gotten several shoe boxes, so I like them. And I'm also a B&G affiliate. So every now and then I get their boxes. They're a little bit more money than Jomar, and the shipping can get a little crazy, but they do have some really great items. So my favorite is Jomar. My second is ThreadUp. And my third is B&G, and I like to look around. And then Goodwill Blue Boxes are another resource that I like. I really like some of the things I can get. Like I've gotten jewelry and watches, and they have $10 boxes, and they have some vintage and things like that. So those are some of my favorite. I haven't expanded out because I'm not interested in palettes or anything like that. So I haven't tried any other liquidation places. They don't interest me right now because I'm about scaling instead of increasing at this time. So thank you, Thrift and Lindsay, for your question. Addie's Boutique. Hey, Addie, thank you so much. What's going on, friend? Addie's question is, when did you start writing? When did you publish your first ebook? Any tips on getting started? And she says, thank you. So I've always been a writer, probably not professionally, but I used to keep journals when I was young. I love writing poetry, and I love always taking notes. I literally keep scraps of paper wherever I go, and then I invested and got myself a passion planner. And speaking of that, I'm an affiliate. So if you need a journal or a planner, click the link in my description for a passion planner. Hey, you got to always, if you're doing something, if you're affiliate, you got to speak on it. Don't let those things go. But so I've been writing since I was very young. I actually would win like essay contests and things when I was in school. So I used to love that, taking spelling words and making essays. Our teacher used to have us do that. So starting young, writing journals. I published my first ebook exactly a year ago. It is March 3rd while I'm filming this, but my first ebook was released on February 16th, 2020. And to date, I've sold 1,200 copies. That's 1,200, probably a few more give and take. And it's been super exciting. So it's the Reseller Survival Guide, practical advice for the aspiring reseller. And I also wrote a simple, really small Pinterest one-on-one kind of guide. And I'm actually working on a couple ebooks right now. So the tip, what I would say to get started is to just get started. If you have an idea, start writing down little bits and pieces. It doesn't matter if you have an end idea, if you have the middle idea, or if you have the beginning, just start writing things down, putting things on paper. And then once you purge everything out onto paper, organize it in such a way that you can understand it, and then go back and start putting the ebook together. Write in a Word document or Google Docs, and then have people look at it. When you think you're done, make sure you have people read it for you, check your spelling, and also check to find out if you want to release it as an Amazon book. Mine isn't. I sell mine independently on two website. So keep that in mind. I've sold 1,200 copies on my own, not through Amazon. They take a large fee. They do have a larger audience, but they do take a percentage. But you can create your ebook, turn it into a PDF, and that's how you want to create it as a digital download. I sell mine on Shopify, and I sell on another platform called Podia, because that's where I'll be creating courses and webinars and things like that. And then if you're going to submit it to Amazon, they do have a link that you sign up with, and it shows you how to scale it down so it can be acceptable to Amazon. So hopefully that has helped you. Thank you, Addie's Boutique, for your question. Let me go back. I'm missing a couple. I think that might be it. Let's see. Nope. Glow Girl Glow. My friend Chandra. Hey, Chandra. Hey, we're really good friends. I'm actually going to be going to see her and meet her the first time in Atlanta. And Chandra's question is, what tools do you use for your YouTube channel? So what tools that I use for this YouTube channel? TubeBuddy is the best tool. I do have an affiliate link down below. You can go in, check your analytics, check your keywords, see where you rate. They help you get better with your descriptions, with your keywords, with your titles, and all of that. So TubeBuddy is the biggest tool that I use. I will check YouTube in itself, YouTube University, and check out videos to help me along. So far, I'm still not considered like a big YouTuber, and I don't always get like the biggest views, but I am happy with my channel and the community that I've built here. So I am satisfied where I am. I am monetized, so that fills my heart that enough people have appreciated me to the fact that I can now get paid, not a whole lot, but something for the fun that I have creating. So thank you, Glow Girl Glow, for that question. I think Glow Girl Glow had another question. I just want to make sure. Yes. Glow Girl Glow says, out of all the things you do, which is your first love? So my first love is handmade. I used to be a crochet designer, but I had to stop. I had a business called Surprise Designer, and I was a crochet designer. I started in my house, and then when Etsy started, I started on Etsy, and I stayed there for 10 years, 10 to 12 years, probably longer than that. Sometimes my mind plays trick, and I stopped. I closed that Etsy store in 2018. I loved it. I'm a handmade artist at heart. I love working with my hands. So in 2020, in May, when the pandemic really started hitting, I needed something. Being creative helps me focus and stay stressed, keep the stress down, and keep me out of a depression mode. So I started tie-dyeing, and that became another business. So anything I can do with my hands that's creative and then could possibly turn into an income is my first love. So thank you, Glow Girl Glow, Chandra, for that question. Let's see. Chandra asked me a lot of questions. So I have two more questions from Glow Girl Glow. If you had to start over from scratch, what platform would you focus on first? I would definitely focus on, if I wasn't selling vintage, I would focus on eBay. I started off on Poshmark. It was great, but then I added eBay when I knew I wanted to make some money and I wanted to make this a full-time venture. So I would say eBay because it's international. You can sell just about anything. Some people get scared of it, but I think sometimes you have to do things afraid. And if you want to achieve success, you have to try things that you wouldn't otherwise do. So eBay would be the platform that I would start on. And this is another one from Glow Girl Glow. Chandra, where are some places you like to travel once you can travel freely? Well, the first place on the top of my list is Ireland. I want to go there. I've been wanting to go there for years, but I wouldn't mind bumping into Ed Sheeran. Definitely to Paris, definitely to Sweden, so many places I want to go. My husband wants to go to South Africa, so I guess I would go with him. And then I really would love to just like casually visit all 50 states. And the cool thing about that, being in this community, the reselling community, I can just go to 50 states. I can source with people. I can go and fly and have lunch with people, host people, do a video or my podcast. So that is a great way for me to actually go out and meet people. I'm going to Atlanta in a few weeks with precaution, but I am going to go. I'm not going to live in fear and go out and travel. So definitely Ireland is the first, and then hitting this beautiful United States of America, all 50 states if I can. Okay. And so thank you, Glow Girl Go Chandra, for those questions. And this is Pumpkin and Projects. Pumpkin and Projects. Hey girl, hey. Are Poshmark parties worth joining? I would definitely say they are. You just have to find the parties that you can relate to. If you can stay up late at night, depending on where you are, that last party is great. But I like focus parties. The 12 p.m. party is usually the good party for me, which is like the Converse and the Levi's. And I don't have makeup, but if you sell makeup, if you sell jewelry, if you sell high end, which is Gucci and the Prada and things like that, get focused there. Get the streetwear, the outdoor wear. So if you have a focused party, do it. Jeans party, men's party, kids party, definitely. I don't do the 10 o'clock party too much because sometimes I'm tired. So I usually hit the 12 o'clock if I can. I have a lot of plus size, so the plus size party, but it's definitely worth it. And one of the things that you can do is, especially if you have like a cross listing application or extension, like I use List Perfectly. If you want to try List Perfectly, click the info in the comments below and receive 30% off for your first month. Use a Reseller's Passion, and it is a cross listing Chrome extension, which I just started in September 2020. Game changer. So what I do is I actually, before parties happen, if I know the party, if I'm prepared, I'll relist a couple items so they're just in, and then I'll also share them to the party. That's been successful even before I had a cross-listing platform, but it actually is much better now because I can just relist it and then share it into the party. So definitely parties will help you grow. Let me see if I have any more questions. I think that is it. Yeah, so that's it. So everyone who asked me questions, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'll probably do another Q&A. I like doing Q&A. So for those who stuck with me, I thank you so much. Again, this is unedited, so you're going to watch through. Right now it's at 17 minutes. I appreciate you so much, friend. I was away, but now I'm like restructuring everything. So my videos might change a little bit. I'm going to be focusing on other things. You might see a whole bunch of like vintage. I have 200 vintage pieces coming in. So I'm going to be doing a video for that. I'm going to be releasing a handbag video that I got from Jomar and a whole lot of other fun things. You might see me modeling. And then I have another brand called Am I Really Bald, which is an existing YouTube channel. Go over there and check it out. But what's going to happen is I'm turning it into a 100% lifestyle vlog. So I'll be talking about like my hair loss. I'll be talking about weight loss. I'll be talking about over 50. I'll be cooking and baking. I'll be doing unboxings. I have a couple of skincare things that I'm going to be doing. So I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you for like waiting for me to come back for videos, but also for the new people who have joined this community. I appreciate you so much. Come over and give me a holler on Instagram at A Reseller's Passion, and check me out on Clubhouse if you're there. I hold rooms every single day teaching things to help people grow. I give that away for free. I appreciate you so much, friends. Thank you very much. Take care.